Good morning, my beautiful friends. I want to show you guys a lime that's probably not as common to see in the stores or even trees. This is not a very common tree, and I'm not sure if you can tell, but this is a citrus tree. This citrus tree is called a Kaffir lime, and it is a lime that has all these little wrinkles that looks like a little brain. But uniquely enough, most of the people who purchase this tree or uses this tree for cooking, the leaves is what they use. This leaf is unique, and you will recognize it anywhere you go. It is almost like two leaves attached together. Can you see that? This is used a lot in India and the Middle Eastern, and it is used to cook with for soups and stews, and I think curry. This is really big to make curry in. It smells minty, refreshing. Really good. I love the smell. Some people even use this for soap. They say that it's good for your oral hygienic and to chew on it for your cleaning your teeth and for your breath. It's amazing. So I'm going to show you something really quick. I have not been harvesting, and as you can see, there is so many limes down there. So I'm going to grab a few so we can pick them. Look, there's some right here. I should have brought, oh my goodness, jackpot, guys. Really quick while we're here, let me show you how thick this trunk is. This tree has been here for, I want to say, maybe like 4 years now. I've had it for maybe 6 years. Look at those. I want to cut this open so you guys can see what it looks like, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what it tastes like. You guys see that? There's so many of them, friends. Now, if you have plenty of space to put one of these citrus in your property in a pot, they do great in pots. I had it in a pot for the longest time. I recommend you get one. But if you're limited in space and you only have space for certain trees, I do not recommend it, because honestly, I'm going to say, not unless you are cooking with it or you're making products with these limes, you are not going to get the full advantage and use of this tree. You want to get something that you are going to be using all the time, that's going to be beneficial to your health, to your family's health, and you're just going to enjoy it. And this tree, I obviously have the space here. Sorry, I have all the limes here in my sweater. You guys see that? I have plenty of space, and when I started my journey of adding fruit trees and collecting citruses, that was one of the unique trees that I thought was amazing. I love having things that are rare, things that you can find, things that help heal and are good for your health. And I've been using that to cook with for my rice. So every time I cook rice, I put it in the water. Every time I make a soup, a vegetable soup, I put some of those in there. The limes, I'm gonna cut them open so you guys can see. The first few years, the limes were really dehydrated, and now that the tree is well established, it is drinking plenty of water, and it's rooted well enough to drink the water that it requires. And now they should be juicy. Last time I picked one was a few weeks ago. Let's see what these look like that have been in the ground for a little bit, because the one I picked were actually on the tree. So let's go inside and check it out. I have a lot of oregano little seeds, but anyways, let's cut one of these open so I can show you guys what it looks like. As you guys can see, all the little wrinkles. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up so you guys can see it better. And now let's look what it looks like inside. I love how it looks like a flower. But as you can see, this one doesn't have seeds, but most of them have seeds. They do have a lot of juice. You guys see that? There's a lot of juice. It does smell a little bit like tart, bitter. You can smell it. Ooh, the taste is bitter. So I would definitely not be using this to, ooh, really bitter. It has a lot of juice. So if I were to use these, I would probably use it to marinate some meat to soften it up. Oh my God, I wish you guys can smell it. It is juicy, but the taste is not something I would want to put on my fruit to eat it with salt or something to put on my salad. It's definitely bitter. So if you guys have any recommendations on what to use these with, I would love to hear it in the comments below. For now, what I'm mostly using these for are for the leaves, which is what the main thing everybody else uses to cook with. And I love the smell when we cook it in the rice, when we do it with soups. I haven't ventured for anything else other than that. So I'm always welcoming all the suggestions and the tips, and you guys have given me so many ideas for the calamansi, little citrus, oranges, limes. I'll do a video about that next because I think I have an idea on what to do with so many. The tree is full of it. It has an abundance of the little fruit. But for now, I just wanted to show you guys what this lime looks like so you guys can be familiar with it. You guys can recognize it when you see it. That is one of the most unique leaves you will see. It has plenty of juice, but not unless you don't know what to do with it. And not unless you know what to do with it, I don't know what to tell you on how to use this because it is very bitter, and a lot more bitter. Actually, I feel like there's tingling on my tongue just from touching one drop on it on my tongue. So I don't know if the oils of the skin went into it and that's what I'm tasting, but I don't want to de-influence you on this tree, but I just want you to be aware of it and what to expect. If you have plenty of space, go ahead and put it in your landscape or in a pot. But if you don't, I do not recommend this for usage. Like if you're looking forward to getting something you can use in the kitchen regularly, unless you're familiar with recipes that require this lime, the juice, or the leaves. Well, just a quick short video because I had been thinking about this tree for a while. I hope this was informative. I hope it gave you some guidance on whether or not to get it or just to be familiar, tasting this, looking at it, and just knowing a little bit about this. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Bye.